Have you ever had a moment of quiet, uncomfortable honesty? It doesn't arrive with a bang. It's not some big dramatic scene. It usually just slips in, disguised as an ordinary second inside an ordinary day. Maybe you're staring at a screen, your mind a million miles away, or you're lying in bed late at night, replaying the same old thoughts. And then a small voice rises from beneath all that noise. It says, "You were meant for more than this. Not more money or applause. More courage. More discipline. More belief in yourself than you've been willing to give." That quiet moment carries a powerful realization, one most of us run from. Your life isn't limited by talent or opportunity. It's shaped, slowly and quietly, by the decisions you make when no one is watching. There's a story about a student named Jason that perfectly captures this. From the outside, his life looked great. He was smart, concepts clicked easily, and teachers saw his potential. Everyone assumed he had it all under control, but understanding without action is a dangerous illusion. It feels like progress, but it isn't. Jason learned that being naturally smart could be a shield. As long as he didn't fully commit, he never had to fully risk failing. As long as he didn't try his hardest, failure wasn't about him. It was just bad luck. Potential became a comfortable excuse, and that comfort became the quiet enemy of everything he could have been. Every semester started the same way, with new notebooks and a fresh sense of hope. This time, it would be different. Late at night, Jason would tell himself the story he desperately wanted to believe. "Tomorrow, I'll start taking this seriously." But when morning came, discipline asked for something small. Wake up, show up, focus, and he wasn't ready to pay that price. One missed class turned into another. One excuse became a habit. He wasn't falling behind because he couldn't understand the material. He was falling behind because he stopped moving forward. What haunted him wasn't the grades. It was the growing sense that he was betraying his own potential, abandoning the person he could become. He kept asking himself a question he tried to avoid. What if this is happening to me? What if I'm choosing it? It's always easier to blame our circumstances than to accept that real change demands discomfort. Then came the phone call from his mother. It broke him, not because it was cruel, but because it was honest. Her voice wasn't angry. It was just exhausted. Love worn thin by worry. When she sighed, "Maybe college isn't for you," Jason realized she wasn't giving up on him. She was protecting herself from the pain of hoping again. That hit him harder than any failed exam ever could. The next morning, something shifted. Not motivation, not confidence. Responsibility. Jason walked into his professor's office without excuses, without pretending everything was fine. Professor Martinez didn't lecture him. She just asked a simple, almost unfair question. Who do you want to be? Not what grades he wanted, not how badly he needed to pass. Who? That single word cut through every story he had been telling himself. It wasn't about school. It was about identity, about the person he was becoming through his daily choices. That night, Jason sat alone at his desk and was honest with himself for the first time in years. The answer came quietly, with unexpected clarity. "I want to be someone who doesn't give up on himself." That one sentence didn't change his life overnight, but it changed the direction of it. The next morning, the alarm rang. His body wanted comfort. His mind wanted to delay. But his identity, even for a moment, had shifted. He stood up. He showed up. And in that small act, something powerful was born. Trust in himself. Not because he succeeded, but because he tried. Progress didn't rush in. There were still long days and moments of doubt. But now, failure didn't feel like proof that he was broken. It felt like part of the process. Showing up became non-negotiable. Effort became routine. Slowly, discipline stopped feeling like punishment and started feeling like that first semester ended with a grade that wouldn't impress anyone. But Jason no longer measured success the old way. He measured it by consistency, by effort, by being the person he had chosen to be. Semester by semester, he became someone new. The student who once hid in the back row started helping others. The student on probation became a teaching assistant. The young man who almost walked away crossed the graduation stage with confidence earned through repetition, not just talent. The real victory was never the GPA. It was the realization that discipline isn't something you're born with. It's a promise you keep to yourself on ordinary mornings, when quitting would be so much easier. And maybe this story matters to you, because maybe you're not failing, you're just waiting to feel ready, waiting for motivation to strike. Let this be the moment you stop waiting. Let this be the moment you choose who you want to be, not someday, but tomorrow morning. You don't need to change your entire life today. You only need to show up once. Then again. Identity is built through repetition. Ask yourself the question that changed everything for Jason. Who do you want to be? Then wake up tomorrow and live the answer. Thank you for watching.